Hey everyone. Well, here we are starting week 6. And so, a couple things that I want to point out for this week. First of all, if we can look at the announcement box, um, the big thing for this week or starting this week is that uh, I now will be adhering to the school-wide CJHS late work policy. Um, Up to this point, this first half of the first 9 weeks, I've been extremely lenient as everybody is trying to kind of figure out the new normal and how this hybrid plan or the virtual only plan was working. And so I was really taking any work without penalty. And, but now that we have had that time to figure things out, we are going to be moving into following the CJHS late work policy. So what that means is I will still accept late work, except students will receive only 70% of the score that they earned. So if they would have gotten 100% on an assignment in the gradebook, it would go in as a 70%. The reason why we do this is that we really do want students to learn that responsibility and meet expectations of being timely on their assignments. So if you have questions, please don't hesitate to ask. Second thing, announcement, I just want to point out again, virtual only students. It is expected that you would be joining us for class on Tuesdays and Thursdays during your class period on Google Meet. So, you really are missing out on some key components of class and discussion when you're not joining us for those classes. So please, please, please log in and join us live. It's extremely beneficial to you. And okay, so let's come over here and talk about our targets for this week. So we are going to continue to work on identifying natural resources that we come in contact with every day. And then we're also going to work on modeling the extraction of copper from the ore malachite. We're going to discuss about how consumption of natural resources impacts our Earth system. So when we're mining and taking natural resources from the earth, what does that do to our earth? What does that do to our environment? Last week we talked about how as the population has increased, the consumption of our natural resources has increased. But what cost to the environment is happening as well? And then finally, evaluating also the trade-offs of mining. So we know that as we mine, we get the natural resources for our use, but what negative impact does mining have? And so that's what we're going to talk about with the trade-offs there. So breaking down to look at our individual schedules. So hybrid A students, we're going to start out by looking at activity 6 on Monday, and then you're going to do a scavenger hunt on Tuesday when you're at home. On Wednesday, we're going to do the lab part of activity 6 in class. And on Thursday, when you're at home, you will complete your analysis questions and then submit that to Google Classroom Activity 6. And then on Friday, you have a scoring guide to complete about evaluating the trade-offs of mining. And that is in the form of a Google question on Google Classroom. Okay. Hybrid B and virtual only students. You're going to start the week off by doing that natural resource scavenger hunt. And then on Tuesday, when I see you in person, you will set up activity 6. On Wednesday, when you're at home, you are going to complete that scoring guide about evaluating the trade-offs of mining. Like, we know why mining is good because we get the natural resources, but what harmful things happen when we mine. On Thursday, hybrid B and virtual only students, you will complete the lab portion of activity 6, and then on Friday you will complete the analysis questions for activity 6. So, looking forward to a great week. I'm really excited about doing this lab this week with you guys. It is a new lab. I haven't done this lab, this particular lab with students before. I've done something very similar to it, but I think this will be a really great lab to see what we're getting in from our mine when we are mining natural resources and what byproducts we're creating. So I'm looking forward to it. See you later.